You're now listening to Blunt Talk with Allie B.
Way, no matter how I wanted to look at it, it was still wrong.
It's your girl, Allie B, and welcome to Blunt Talk Guhlz. Clap, clap. Oh, God. Anyway, thank y'all for coming tonight. How y'all doing out there? Good. Let me get my little plugs in. Follow me at Blunt Talk Guhlz, Blunt Talk Guhlz on all social media platforms. You can also follow my personal IG at AllieB1972, ALLIEB1972 on all social platforms. I always give my shout outs in the beginning to my film person, Yosh Films. Y'all give it up for Yosh Films. And y'all give it up for my sound guy, Big Med on sound. And also, y'all give it up in the back for DJ Threat on the ones and twos. He's the official DJ of Blunt Talk Guhlz. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to be interviewing a special friend of mine. I've known this young lady for, I can't remember. I know over 10 years. I know at least over 10 years. And we actually met, she used to have a boutique. I don't know if y'all remember Purple Threads back in the day off of Piedmont. So I met this young lady, very smart, book sense, street sense, very smart, hustler, serial entrepreneur, and now author. She's the author of Lesson Learned, The Truth Behind My $7 Million Mistake. Y'all give it up for Tamika Wright. Hello there. What's up? So good to see you. What's going on?
A little everything.
Yes. Thank you for coming on my show. I reached out to you, wanted to hear your story, which I knew a little bit about, and it seems like when people, I've gotten so many people calling me and like, oh, I know who that is, or I heard that story, but some of us haven't heard the story. So let's start off first before we get into the book. Who is Tamika Wright? Where you from? What you do? I told them you're a serial entrepreneur, some of the things you worked in or some of your businesses.
Well, I'm Tamika Wright, as I call myself now. But I'm from Atlanta, real ATL, not Grady baby. I went to Crawford Long, but still real Atlanta baby. I used to be a school teacher, so I have a background in education, became a serial entrepreneur. And I don't know how I ended up on a reality show as well back in 2018.
Yeah, what was the name of that show?
From the Bottom Up. I was on season 3, BT Her. And I learned a lot of lessons through this thing called life. Life been lifing, but still I stand.
Okay, that's what's up. So before we get into the book, let's talk about what made you, have you always just had a hustler or a business entrepreneurial spirit? Where did that come from? Was that just in you, or did you get it from your parents, grandparents? How did you know you wanted to work for yourself?
Well, actually, I didn't realize I was on the road of being an entrepreneur and had that spirit in me. So the first person that I knew was actually, I would say, an entrepreneur was my grandfather, which I used to call Big Daddy.
Okay.
And he lived in Lydian, Alabama, and he worked a 9 to 5, but he had a garden.
Okay.
And in that garden, he had watermelons, candy, sugar canes, cabbage, peppers, whatever you can name, pretty much. He had it in the garden. Mm-hmm. So I was actually sent to the country in the summertime.
Okay.
And I'm witnessing him in his garden when he come home from work, get the things out his garden, bring it to the front row on the highway, and people stopping by buying it.
Okay.
So I'm a little kid running around saying this.
Okay.
But it really didn't stick to me really what he was doing.
Okay.
Until I got a little older.
Okay.
So when I was in elementary school, that's when I started selling candy.
Okay.
So I'm like, I seen Big Daddy selling something.
Right.
I want to sell something too. I need some money too. So I started selling sugar Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
That was the first thing I sold was Kool-Aid.
And people was buying it out the pack.
Oh yeah. It was enough for
And
me to buy
Kool-Aid
some
bitter?
chicken wings.
Oh, with the sugar in it, okay.
The sugar. Yeah. No,
Okay,
no, I
so
ain't
y'all
had no
can
stick.
relate and shit.
I ain't,
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's what's up. Okay.
Exactly.
Dang.
That's what they was doing back then.
And this was in elementary.
It was in elementary school. I was probably about in the 5th or 6th grade. Then.
Did you have any competition? Was other people selling stuff?
I did. I had someone, he was selling the new blue blow pops, lollipops.
The new blue blood. Who was that?
They called him the king of the South.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was your competition.
So he actually from the Bankhead area, so we went to Grove Park together.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so he really is from Bankhead. Remember,
Yeah,
Shawty
right.
Low saying he won.
Well,
but
they
he
got
really
past
is.
it, I think. They got past that.
Okay, but he really was.
He really
All
was.
right, so he really was.
He
That's
went to
been
Grove
confirmed.
Park Elementary, I can say.
Okay, and where is
Yeah.
that at? Oh, Bankhead.
That's off Bankhead.
Okay,
Well, Dunley
gotcha.
Holloway, we call it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Dunley. Okay. Good,
Yeah.
good. Okay, so you get into that, and then by the time when I met you, I know you had opened up the store, Purple Threads Boutique. Love that store. That's how me and you met. I actually met her through Tahira, who now owns the Cut Life, but she was branded PR. Then her and
Yep.
Siobhan. So that's how I met you through
They was the
my
first
good
person I
friends.
saw I was pregnant.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause you was pregnant.
I went to the that was crazy. I went to the meeting the first time to meet him, and I had just found out I was pregnant with my daughter Bailey, and it was still a shock to me because the feds had just came to me at this time, and I'm finding out I'm pregnant. I was just like, they were the first one I told in this meeting.
Oh wow. So hold on. So back up. So the feds was on you when you opened Purple Threads.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yes. It didn't hit the news until about 2015.
Right.
I had already went through everything in 2011.
Okay. So before we get to the feds part, because it's in the book, and guys, she has the book on sale. You are our friend. She's gonna sign
It's a
the
different
book.
type of story.
It's a different type of story, and I've actually read the book. I read the book in 2 days. I love it. Some of the
That says a lot.
yeah. Yeah,
It does.
I loved it. It was a
I
page
appreciate
turn.
that.
I was in the bed in the dark. You can ask my man. I was there. Cut the light on. I'm still reading the book, but yeah.
I appreciate that.
So, this book, what made you want to write and tell the world what you was going through? I know it had already been on the news and everything, but what brought about the book? When did it first hit you? Hey, I want to talk about this and tell the world my story.
It was in 2012.
Okay.
So they came to me August of 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And 2012, I really don't know. It was just like, I was like, I need a journalist. Because also back in the days, I don't know, you all remember Dear Self? In the females, y'all remember, y'all used to write Dear Self?
No.
Y'all didn't?
No.
No? In your
Your
diary, Dear
okay.
Self?
Okay.
You ain't never write to
That's our
yourself?
Dear Diary.
I be like, Dear Self.
Right. Okay.
So this started off, it was a Dear Self. So I just wanted to document what I was actually going through, what I was feeling, because it was a lot. You know, I had never been in trouble a day in my life.
Yeah.
So from never being in trouble to actually, you got about 20 agents at your house. I had every alphabet at my house, and it's like, whoa.
Do you remember one day I was at your house one night, and we was working on some taxes, and you started telling me bits and pieces of the story. Do you remember what I asked you? And
you
we
asked
just
me?
laughed. I said, because I think at that time you told me, I think they already had been there once.
Yes.
And I said, they ain't gonna come back up here tonight.
What I say? Probably not.
Probably not. Cause I don't know. I started shaking, boy. But so, huh? Right, and I didn't even smoke. I wasn't afraid or
And then when
nervous. I was just listening to
They came
her.
like early in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah, they didn't come
they
like
got you early, and that's in the book.
All that's in
And
the
that's
book.
in the book. So before we get to that, what led? Let's tell the audience what led to you being, alerted by the feds. Like, what were you doing that brought the feds?
I wasn't doing anything.
Well, what was? Right.
just-
Good. What was
was just-
What was taking place? What alerted the feds to
So
come
what
to your
business
house?
I was
What
in?
yes.
So the business I was in at the time was a WIC funded program. So I don't know if you all familiar with WIC. You okay?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I had small convenience stores. So pretty much, it's rules and regulations to every government funded program. So that's the part people don't understand, because it's always going to be very lucrative. Like, you're going to always be able to make a lot of money dealing with anything with government business. Okay. That's just what it is. Mm-hmm. So they always have those little things that you operating in the gray area.
Okay.
So it's right, wrong, and it's gray.
And it's gray. Okay.
Gray, wrong, too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, for real. That's what it is. Like, gray, wrong, too, and that's what I learned.
Okay.
That's the lesson learned in it, because no matter how I wanted to look at it, it was still wrong.
Right.
Even though I didn't think my wrong was like everybody else wrong, I still was doing wrong. So what I had was the small convenience stores, and we used to get the vouchers.
How many stores did you have?
I had 13 stores.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I used to watch the news. That's in the book. I used to watch the news, and you know how the news tell you the weather? What's the weather for today?
Yeah.
Wherever he said he was focused on the weather going to be for today, I want to go put a store there.
So that's what based your locations, the
Yeah.
weatherman. Oh, wow.
So it was like, boom. So those are the locations they was focused on. So I'm like, okay, let me put a store there.
Okay.
So what I used to do, since I would know I was targeting low income families or mothers or whatnot, I started looking for the Church's Chicken or the Family Dollars in that area.
Okay.
So say if the weatherman said Dalton is going to be 73 degrees in Dalton, let me go get in the car and find out if it's going to be 73 degrees in Dalton. And I look for the Family Dollars or the churches. If I see that, I see a plaza, I'm going to rent the building, and I'm opening up in 30 to 60 days.
Wow. So where did the idea come from? Why WIC stores? What brought that to you?
Well, it was something that, because at the time, right before the week, I was a special education teacher.
Okay.
So I always wanted, like, I'm tired of working. I'm tired of waking up early. That was my whole thing. I'm tired of going to work. So which is my ex now, he was actually introduced to the business first.
Okay.
And then he kept pretty much, because I wanted the boutique then.
Right, okay.
So I wanted the boutique back in 2007. Yeah, 2007.
Is that when you got your first WIC store around that time?
Yeah, 2007.
Okay, 7, okay.
Yeah, 2007 was the first one. So it was introduced to him first.
Okay.
And then it was brought to me.
Okay. How long was he in it before he told you about
2 months.
It? 2 months. Okay, so it was real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Early.
He opened his back in like a December, and I opened mine back in February.
Okay, so it was introduced to you by your husband, so that's what brought that on. I mean, your ex-husband. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ex-husband. Yes, correct me. Ex-husband. Right. So it was brought to you by him. And then, like, what was the thing where you really, like, saw, like, your first big payout? And you was like, damn, this a lot. The first week?
The first week. First week, I seen 9,000.
Okay. Damn, just all week.
That's it. No cash. No nothing, just straight voucher.
So the 9,000 will come from the government sending you the check?
All the money.
Okay, all the money came from. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, and how often was the money come? Like weekly, monthly?
Every week. I mean, your money get deposited. The vouchers is just like a check.
Okay.
So you make a deposit every single day.
Okay.
But I paid myself. I was really doing real paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have like a real hustling business. I had a real business. I had real employees. They was getting real taxes, real payroll. When they stopped working, they was able to get unemployment. We had a real company going on.
A real system, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? It was, I had about 60 employees. So
between the 13
So it wasn't no
stores.
hustle. I'm just out here defrauding the government.
Right.
That's the biggest thing is like I said, I knew I was breaking some of the rules, but I thought I was doing everything right. I'm paying taxes, all this. I'm writing big checks for taxes. So I'm doing all the paperwork right, but taking this major shortcut over here and not taking it serious.
So what was, everything is going right. What was the gray area? What was the shortcut? What's the shortcut?
I had the Inside Connect.
Oh, Inside Connect to the WIC,
yeah,
the government.
Other than the inspector coming out, seeing that I have everything that's supposed to be required, I just met with my Connect, gave him my paperwork. So it's, as we call it, the VIP line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we all kind of do business like that. If we know somebody, if you know somebody at City Hall, if you know somebody here,
right.
That's what we call it, the hookup, right? But that shit is illegal when you fucking with government funds.
Right.
That's what I found out.
So he approached you, or this is something? Was this somebody you just knew? Like, oh, I know him. He worked there.
I did not approach him. He's actually the guy that does the training.
Okay.
So the same guy that give you the rules and regulation and telling you what to do, and the one that's supposed to come out to you, this is the one.
Okay.
So he actually contacted me to meet him outside of my location.
Just out the blue?
Out the blue, because he had supposed to actually came to my location.
Okay.
But I guess he chose not to come to the location that day. And he was like, can I meet him at Cumberland Mall? Like, sure.
Okay. You didn't know, be like, damn, why he want to meet me out there?
You don't really, when you know when it's a hookup. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who's going to turn the hookup down?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I
Right.
know you ain't coming here, like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
But my gut told me, it like, my gut just...
And said, don't do it.
Don't do it. No, it didn't say don't do it. My gut was just like, if y'all know that gut, like you got to go boo-boo or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your gut is like telling you this shit ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all know.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I felt it, and I ignored it.
Okay, yeah.
I ignored it.
So when you came to him, what did he say he could do? What was the...
No.
He said...
He said meet me at Cumberland Mall to pretty much, all he had to do is sign out on the paperwork saying that I had everything that's required.
Oh, okay.
So I knew what we was coming to do.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So, but when he was meeting me, he was thinking that he was meeting me under somebody else's name that the application was in.
What you mean by that? He didn't know?
He didn't know he didn't know I was Tamika.
Who did you tell? You just gave him another name.
I gave him the name on the application.
Okay, back on the. Okay, so you never had your name on the original application then?
I had so many stores where, when the rules started changing a little bit or whatever, I wasn't putting my name on everything.
Gotcha.
Anymore.
Use other people now. Okay.
And it was always people very close to me.
Okay.
Family, this and that. So that's why y'all need to read this book.
Yes, please.
That's why I had to say guilty. So many people knocked on my door. Like, I'm not even gonna play with y'all, cause it's too many people involved.
Yeah.
And my paperwork, all you had to do was go to my file cabinet and see everybody.
Wow.
So I'm not finna play with y'all. Everybody else might play with y'all, but I'm not finna do it.
So, when they came there, you said, how many times did the feds come? One time.
Doing the investigation. I pled guilty and doing the investigation. I ain't get indicted and like, wow, they at me.
Cause you just said it's me.
It's me. Y'all asking me about everybody else. Y'all want me. Y'all asking me about the store manager, this person. Y'all don't want
What
them.
they trying to see if he's gonna be a rat?
I don't know what they were trying. They were asking who they are. This who they are, and everything they did, I paid them to do it.
Right. So when like you had all these 13 stores, so were the people that was running the other stores, were they aware of what was going on?
Everybody was doing their own thing, you know, like.
What you mean?
Everybody had their own stores, running their own business. So it wasn't like.
So they wasn't reporting to you then. It was everybody, every person. Like if you gave me a store, that was my store.
That was your store. I never stepped foot in your store again. It was you.
You ain't had those stores when we met. I'm just
2012, I think I still had one left. I think I still had my one in Cup. Y'all Decatur people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What was some of the areas you had those stores in?
I had Lithonia. I was right here on Evans Mill in the plaza.
Okay.
I think where the Crystals at.
Yeah.
I was in that plaza over there. So I had Lithonia, Monroe, Covington, Conyers. That's all the east side ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, all east side.
That's the east side.
The east side stores you had. Oh wow.
Yeah.
And all these stores was generating this income weekly.
In total, I did my payroll and stuff because I actually used to. I was an S corp.
Okay.
So the way I used to set it up, where I had got my payroll and my distribution check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was probably writing me a check, probably about $20,000 or so a week, because I never drained the business account.
Okay. Wow.
It was a real company.
So, I know we don't want to tell everything in the book, but what tipped them off?
I think the whole program is
Did somebody tell?
Of course, that's how they gonna get everybody. Somebody got to tell something.
But who went? Was it somebody you know? Was it a jealous person, or who was just?
It had to be at least two. It had at least be two people. That's all I know.
Family or friends?
I don't know. I just know it got at least be two people.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes they closer to you, sometimes they not.
Right. Why two?
I guess that's what the Bible say, right? Two people touch and agree. So I think that's where they get it from.
Because they touched and agreed, the snitch.
It's the same story.
Wow.
But then I also see, and I ain't want to even get into that game. That's what made me say I was guilty from the start.
Right.
So it was like whatever somebody else said, it didn't even matter to me. Because I already said what I needed to say.
Right. So basically, you saying you took the rap for everybody.
I took the rap for my accountability.
For your
For everything I did, that's what I did. These people work for me, this and that. I did this. I told them to do this, whatever. It's me.
So when they came and did the investigation, came in your house, what they just knocked on the door casually? Did they kick the door in? Did they?
No, they didn't kick the door in. They knocked. Police knocked.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
But they used.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it's in the book. I read the book, by the way.
That's the knock. They knocked on the door on my son's birthday. My son's 14th
Were your children
birthday.
there?
No, they patiently waited till the first day of school. You know what I'm saying?
So they was watching you.
Of course. Listen.
How did they get in?
Listen, I didn't even put this part in the book. Listen. One lady, the Asian, one lady who came to the house, right? I remember her name and everything. I'll say her name, right? My son was going to a school off of Camden Road, the Christian Academy over there. Graduation day, 5th grade. The lady walked up to us and spoke.
Asian lady.
The Asian lady who was at the house, her son going to the same school, graduating.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? These people be in plain sight. You feel me?
Wow.
You don't think they regular, real people. And it was another occasion, a football coach. Like when we got to the point where we had to leave the house, we had to forfeit our home. One of the coach, I don't know if he was a coach or a parent, but it was something with the Little League football world that he was the person who was gonna like let us get an extension or whatever we needed. He out here in the little football world that we at. So it's like it be regular people, so you never know who's who. You never know who's watching you or who what.
Wow.
That's how regular it be.
And that's just crazy because you lived in a gated community.
What that mean? The
I know, I guess
in.
exactly. So I guess they just let them in. They could.
Oh yeah.
They couldn't. So the front desk still couldn't alert you or nothing. The security.
I mean, when they came to the house that day, they came with the appraiser because that was the whole thing. They was interested in my house or whatever, right? So they came with the appraiser. So the appraiser showed up to the house before the Asians did. So they called me and like, hey, we got your appraiser at the house. I mean, at the gate. And
that's like, the security.
Right. So I'm like, I'm not selling my house. Like, what appraiser? So that's how that came about.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would say I ain't home.
No, it was like.
Yeah.
It was like you called. I had just came back to the house.
So when they came in, what did they do? They was it like how on TV they slap you down on the ground and shit, face down? What was?
I don't think they do white collar people like that.
Okay, what they just said? What?
Stay right here. They pretty much just went around the whole house and they had
your house.
Not really. They had like little exhibits and stuff. Like it was a real scene. It was like a real investigation.
The little posters.
Well, they had the little exhibit things and stuff I'm looking at, whatever. But they come in.
So what did they end up? Did they end up taking some stuff? What did they take?
Well, they seized cars and stuff like that, jewelry.
Oh.
Stuff like that.
So.
And they took the house eventually.
Okay.
Because they had $1 million equity in it, so they really wanted the house.
Yeah. You care to tell people where you lived at then that time?
Oh, Sugarloaf Country Club.
Sugarloaf, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
So when I know, and it's discussed a little bit in the book, you were on the reality show From the Bottom Up. You was also about to go on another reality show, right?
Well, I'm not going to say I was going to go on it.
Well,
I
they
was
were interested.
Right.
They were interested in you. And who brought them? And can we say the show? Or we think was the show?
Well, it was the Housewives.
Yeah, Housewives of Atlanta.
They asked me the first time. It was somebody that was close to the show. So
Who?
I'm not gonna be saying all that. But it was somebody who was close to the show.
They're on the show now.
The second time they are. The first person who asked me.
Okay. Oh, so two different people asked
Right.
you from the
Right.
series. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So the first time it was before the feds came to me.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, like,
Right.
oh no, boo boo.
Because that would have been the first thing they would came.
Like, But the second time, they had no, they actually didn't put me on the news until like 2 or 3 months after they asked me the second time.
Okay.
Cause I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm ready to do it.
You were gonna do it.
But
Okay.
the phone call was missed, and
Yeah.
the opportunity was missed, and it was meant to be like that.
Right. So who all initially was in the arrest, like, or was on the news? Who were like the initial people?
I was the only
like
person on the
founders?
news. They was talking about a couple.
But I'm
on the
But they
picture
only
they
showed
showed.
your picture.
Yeah. I was the only person.
Why as a cut? Why didn't they? Or you don't know?
I have no idea. Do y'all think y'all know? I don't know. They was
'Cause
talking
it
about a
won't-
couple, but I was the only person shown. He went to jail too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You said we had something from the audience. You said what? Do you feel? Oh, is that what happened? They said they feel he told on you.
I don't know. I just said they was talking about a couple, but my picture
Your
was
picture,
the
okay.
only picture shown.
Okay.
And I'm the ringleader.
So so how are you the ringleader and it was brought to you?
What was brought to me?
The whole idea of the Wick store, it was brought to you because he already was in it. Was it because you had more stores than
No,
they?
we had about the same amount of stores.
So did his stores ever get targeted or whatever? Or their particular location?
They came to us. They came to our home. They came to us at the same time.
Okay.
I just know I was just the only one on the news.
Right.
That's how I see it. That's it. I just know I'm the only one who was on the news.
Only one on news. Okay. So after they you on the news and everything, but you haven't been arrested or nothing. Right.
No,
well, that was your mugshot on the news. Right?
So they came to us in 2011.
Right.
That was the investigation. They
Right.
never came. Most people when they come to them, it'd be a straight indictment.
Right.
Right. Mm-hmm. So when they came to us, it was based off what probably somebody else don't say it. Right. Mm-hmm. So they came to us on the investigation.
Okay.
So that's 11. 2015 is when I made the news. Because that's when they decided to indict us.
Okay, so 4 years later.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm really thinking this finna blow over because, it was the 5-year rule then. Y'all know Biden signed his 10 years now, right?
I didn't.
For all y'all was just really tripping on Trump. Y'all really understand what's going on, right?
Okay.
They got 10 years. It used to be 5 years.
That they can go back on you and get you for something.
So now we extended to 10. Y'all didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's 10 now.
No, I didn't know. Oh, wow.
It's 10 years now.
So they waited until their 4th year. They knew.
It was the 4th year, going on the 5th year.
So during that time, with this looming over your head, what were you doing then? Were you all trying to clean up some things then, or get some stuff in order?
So what, from 11 to 15?
Yeah, from 2011 to 2015.
That's when Purple Threads came. I don't
Yeah.
See, the convenience stores was my first business ever.
Right.
That was my first time ever being an entrepreneur. Or
Right.
whatever. So after that is the Purple Threads, the clothing boutique.
Okay.
Then I had a credit collection agency. What else we did? I did network marketing. Because remember we did network
The
marketing together
Organo
too.
Go, yeah.
What else?
You had the waist trainers.
Waist trainers. Yeah, the waist trainers. I forget that. Yeah, the waist trainers.
Yeah, tell them how much you made off them waist trainers.
Waist trainer brought me some good little money. Like, it brought me some good little money.
Like what?
I had grossed like $500,000 off from waist trainers.
Oh, wow.
That
That's
wasn't
what's
all
up.
net in my pocket, but how them waist trainer was rolling, that was a good little business.
Yeah. You did good off the Organo Gold. Touch, you're a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah, I did good off the Organo Goals, but I felt guilty with the network marketing.
Why?
Because it was like the people who I was bringing in, they couldn't duplicate the success. So I was just like, I felt like I'm taking your money or something. You know,
who was that? Who got you into that?
Actually, Tammy Faye. Tammy Faye was under
Tammy
Stormy.
Faye,
Yeah, Tammy was.
and Stormy.
Yep.
Yeah, Stormy Wellington.
I love her hustle.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
one thing about it, I seen her at the beginning of her get back up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say this on the record. Somebody got in my ear about her or whatever not, and it kind of made me not really want to go hard in that business.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the biggest mistake.
You should have went hard.
Because you
at this.
never let anybody get in the way of your paper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I knew I was good at that business or whatever.
And you were.
But
I was there.
but still, like, even though I was good at the way I am, I didn't like to feel like I was taking people money either when they couldn't do what I did. If they couldn't bring in and recruit and get their money back, say somebody.
I'm finna be real Wendy Williams right now, but I ain't gonna do it.
Like, say somebody spend their last $1,000 because they believe in what I said, and they can't make their $1,000. I feel guilty. You feel what I'm saying? I feel guilty, so I ain't really. But I respect every hustle. I do.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm finna get real messy.
Don't do
but I ain't
it.
gonna do that. I don't want to get punched. But I'm just.
I know what you're talking about too. It'll hit me.
Right.
But yeah, that was chapter 1 through 4 came out.
Right, child. I don't want to trigger nothing.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay. So I remember I met you when you was doing the boutique and everything. So when 2015 came, is that when you when you got indicted?
That's when I got indicted.
So how long from when you got indicted to when you went to court or whatever?
We got sentenced. You know about sentence?
Right.
Since we got sentenced in 17.
2 years after the
And
indictment.
I went to prison in 19.
Okay.
So I went from 2011 all the way to 2019 to coming home 20 to COVID to divorce to here finishing this book.
So what brought on the divorce? Just separation, or was it other stuff?
It was a lot of stuff. It was 18 years of stuff.
Such as? You want to share some of it?
Name some, like most everything you can name, it was.
The only thing that'll break you, one of the main things that'll break you up, probably you start having financial woes.
We definitely had that.
Infidelity.
We definitely had that.
On you or him, your part or his part?
Well, we definitely had that.
Okay.
He just had a souvenir.
Okay.
You
How
feel
you
me?
heard? What happened? He did what? Yeah.
Well,
okay. Yeah. Well, souvenir.
They still never got down to the DNA test, but
Okay. So, and at that time, you also had another business called Life of a Wife. Was that around that time as well?
I actually started Life of a Wife in 2012.
Okay. And what brought that about? Just
It started off as a photo. Somebody at my wedding took a off-guard picture. It was me and the bridesmaids. We was sitting around the fire pit. Cause we got married at the rooftop, so we sitting around the fire pit. I got my little wedding dress on, whatever. The bridesmaids surround us, and I saw the pictures. I'm like, this Life of a Wife. You know, it was like girl talk, like Life of a Wife. And I just liked the way it sounded, and I had trademarked it. I did a whole brand from T-shirts to workout clothes, the bags, coffee mugs, the hats,
I think I still got
mittens,
Life of a Wife
aprons,
shirt.
the whole nine.
And I wasn't even a wife. I think I was divorced
Everybody,
by
you know
then.
what? And Life of a Wife had people. I'm gonna say y'all remember the word psyched out?
Yeah.
They had, Life of a Wife had women psyched out for real. Because as soon as they got married, they was eager to order the shirt, and they was like, I just got married, I couldn't wait to wear a shirt. And I was like, it made me feel like, really, that's what a woman badge of honor is? I have to be a wife to feel like
right. So
proud, I guess.
With the life of a wife, and then your ex has a souvenir, did that change your mindset of life of a wife? Because how's that life of a wife? And
I was still playing the role.
And you have underlying things.
I was still playing the role. Even when I found out about it, it was like
80% of the marriages do today.
Right. I was still playing the role because I really had believed in that. Like, my family is a family of marriage. Mm-hmm. You know, my family in Alabama, everybody been together 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Like, this real marriage goes on around here. Mm-hmm. So, and I had believed in, like, sticking together and, you know, ride or die and
better,
good
worse,
and bad,
or rich or
all
poor.
that. But I'm going to tell you what I realized. And this is probably not all men, because there's still some real niggas out here. You know, not all men like this. But it was like, how much do I have to be battle tested? You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit got to stop somewhere. I'm 43 years old.
Right.
I can't keep getting battle tested.
Women, is there still some good men out there?
It is.
Don't everybody speak at once. It is. Okay.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
Of course. It definitely is. Like, so it's like, I'm not finna keep proving I can goddamn keep advancing to the next level.
Right. So when you guys eventually separated, or even separated, even before the divorce, did it affect the kids any kind of way?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much we both came to the relationship with one son apiece. So I had an older son, he had a son.
Okay.
So then we had two together. So we had a real family. Like, you know, everybody real close. His son's still in my family group chat. You know, still like, we had a real family because I came in his life when he was 7. He's 26 now.
Okay.
So the divorce, it affected him a lot. Because it's almost like, I know he feeling like he got to pick and choose now. Mm-hmm. You know, because we divorced now. Mm-hmm. But the kids we have together, they can't really pick and choose. Right. Because both of us are their parents. Mm-hmm. So even with going through the divorce, they could even go through that process gracefully of seeing their mother and father separated. Right. Because a new person was already introduced into their life while we going through the divorce.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he ain't waste time.
Oh, no, for what? Well, all these, I ain't gonna say thirsty, but all these women, eligible women out here, why would he waste time?
Yeah, were y'all separated though before the lady?
Well, I mean, I wasn't at the house, but
You still was married,
what I'm
right.
saying is, long story short, the first time my daughter was introduced to this woman, she was laying in the bed.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, she was in the bed. So it was like, this 18 years, this is not no relationship, this is not no girlfriend, boyfriend, this is a marriage. We done built some real shit around here, we done went through some real shit. So it was like, at the end of the day, this is the respect you do to the family. You know what I'm saying? Like, we months separated. We ain't no years separated. We a couple of months separated.
Still fresh.
And it's a woman. My clothes still at the house, too. I left clothes.
Oh, so you left the house. So this is at y'all's house still?
Yes, it's at the house. So the first time my daughter, still woman that you saying is your new woman or whatever, she laying in the bed.
That you used to lay in.
Lay in the bed. And my baby asked me out of the blue. You know my baby a little different. My daughter a little different. She 11, but her mind just a little different. She was like, Mama, she was just come out the blue and asked me. She was like, Mama, what color them sheets was when you was at the house? And I was like, blue. Oh, she laying on them same sheets.
Your daughter telling you
my
this.
daughter telling me this. You feel me? And I'm just like, this shit be deep. Yeah. And then it's like, I can't react a certain way because I don't want to come off, oh, I'm the bitter ex or this and that. So I had to pay everything cordial, cool, and not say nothing.
I think you would have had a right to say something in that moment,
For what? I'm saying it now. Okay. You feel me? I'm saying it now. Because for what? If I address it like that, it's going to be too much. But for on the record, The man is a great father. You feel what I'm saying? Great. Pay everything the court say he's supposed to pay, get her a little extra, everything. Great on the department, but it was just like the respect of the protocol of this shit.
Right.
It's like, that's the part you keep fucking up. That's the part you keep fucking up.
Right.
It's rules to this.
So how did he feel about when you wrote the book?
Well,
How did he feel about the book?
Of course, he think the whole book about him. I ain't read a chapter in
And
the damn
it's
book.
not. He just so he going by what he hear.
And then honestly, I didn't want my book is not a tell-all book. You feel what I'm saying? My book is about me.
Right.
My book about me, everything I did, everything related to me. You feel what I'm saying? My book is not about a revenge, a get back, let me settle the score. None of that. For what? For what?
Did he probably felt like he was trying to do
course,
that? Because I'm sure he probably said, "Why did you tell this?"
He deserved it. That's why. But I ain't gonna do it.
Did he ask you why did you write this? Why would you tell this? Everything in here?
He ain't asked me that. He ain't never asked that question.
Because you didn't like disclose, like it was some name change and some name not disclosed. So yeah. Oh, wow.
Some names I kept the same, and some I didn't.
Because you had some clues in there for other some names. It's some celeb names in here, but they up under clues and stuff. Okay. So, but y'all get the book. So, well, I thank you. You guys give it up for Tamika Scott Wright and her story. Tamika, give us all your you got your IG, your Instagram, Twitter. What is it? Where people can follow you?
My Instagram is Tamika Wright, which is TAMIKA WRIGHTWAY.
Okay. And where can they get your book? If they don't get the book tonight, where can they find this book?
It's on Amazon, Kindle, Barnes & Noble, and my website, $7millionmistake.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys. Like I said, she does have the book today for purchase. And what's the cost of the book?
$20.
Cost of the book is $20 a day. She will be signing the book. So you guys go out and get it. Lesson learned, the truth behind my $7 million mistake. Tamika Scott Wright. Y'all give it up one more time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Blunt Talk Guhlz. Don't forget to follow me. I'm going to say it again. Blunt Talk Guhlz, GUHLZ, on all social media platforms. This and all future episodes. I do have a YouTube channel as well. Same thing. Blunt Talk, GUHLZ. Like, listen, follow, subscribe. With that being said, thank you guys for listening to us. Until next time, peace.